morning, guys. It's me, Shane Ali from Think Higher Consultants. We are going to have a documentary regarding professional years. So today we have a guest, David from Performance Education.
Thank you.
So David will tell us about what are the benefits of performance education and what kind of professional years they are providing in IT, accounting, all the fields. So now we are going to move forward to our documentary. Our first question is regarding professional year. Can you please explain the students that what professional year actually is and
Yep.
how it's benefit to the students?
Yep, for sure. Okay, so firstly, thanks for having me here today.
Thank you.
So professional year is basically a program that connects or bridges a gap between students with university studies into the workplace. So obviously they've come out of their various universities, graduating in IT or accounting, and obviously their main goal is to move into the workforce of a career of their choice. So the professional year is laid out in a format that it'll actually give them employability training as well as workplace knowledge, Australian workplace knowledge, and at the same time giving them a experience with a relevant internship in either IT or accounting, which are the two streams that we have for our professional year. With the program itself, we've got outstanding trainers at our campus. We offer classes from Monday to Sunday, so we've got classes every day.
Throughout the week?
Yeah, throughout the week.
Nice.
So for all the students out there that obviously are needing to juggle, between their own lives, their personal commitments with work and so forth. So if they can't do a specific day, we can certainly find a day that will suit them, if it's a weekday or a weekend.
As we get to know that professional year is very much job oriented, so they are providing the facility throughout the week, so it's not necessary that you are not available any day. Whatever the day you are available, like on weekends or weekdays, whatever the day suits you, you can choose the class accordingly and move forward to complete your course. Now we are moving forward towards the course structure. How this course is designed, what's the duration of the course and everything. Can you please tell us about?
Yeah, sure.
course
Okay,
duration?
so firstly the course duration is 44 weeks. That's broken up into 3 stages. So the first stage is where the students are placed in a classroom. Okay, so that's where they learn from obviously our trainers. We've got all different styles of trainers at Performance Education. So one of the advantages with the students is they'll actually rotate throughout each of the subjects with different trainers. So they're not going to get the same trainer for the whole length of the program. So the benefits of that is obviously they'll sort of pick up on the different training methods of all of our trainers. They come with all different types of personalities, all different backgrounds and experiences. So if they can impart some of their knowledge and experiences through the classrooms. The classes are actually quite interactive too. So, it actually brings the students out a little bit, builds up their confidence, and it creates not just a learning environment, but also a fun environment as well. So, with the classroom stage, that's 28 weeks. Okay, so 28 weeks of the 44 weeks is actually in the classroom. Students come to the campus 1 day per week on one of the days which we just mentioned before. The hours are 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day of their class, and we've got 7 subjects. So the 7 subjects, it might be anything from Australian business culture to interview skills to job searching skills, business writing skills, communication skills, just professional workplace skills as well. So it sort of covers prepares them for obviously life, with their career, life in the workforce. And so they're not just skills that are actually going to be available to them or accessible to them right now. It's for future as well. So they'll be able to draw on these skills for all throughout their career.
That's nice that you are also, the environment is very much friendly, and they are providing a variety of like trainers throughout the course, that it's not only one trainer who teach you throughout the like course. It's having a variety of trainers which are very much experienced in their fields. So especially the accounting, IT, they are they are developing the skills inside you to have a good job in future. And what kind of like internships are you providing internships to your students, or students have to find their own, or what are the options?
Yeah. Okay. So coming out of the first stage, so again, that's 28 weeks, so 7 subjects, 4 weeks each. That covers the subjects there. The first stage. So then 6 weeks prior to them moving into stage 2, which is providing a professional internship placement for the students. So 6 weeks prior to moving into that, they'll meet with one of our specialist consultants. That's where our consultants will sit down with the student individually, assess their skill set, get a bit of an understanding of the student and what their background has been. And then they'll obviously go away. We've got over 5,000 host companies now, so well and truly.
That's nice. Throughout Australia, you are providing this facility. And what are your campuses? In which cities you are based on?
Okay, so we're here in Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide, Perth, and Brisbane. So we're stretched throughout all of
So
Australia.
all the major cities, they are based on Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, Perth, and all the major cities. So it's good for everyone. Throughout Australia, you can join us and call us anytime in Think Hire Consultant. So we can also give you the path, and we are also providing a free skill assessment. And now David will tell us what is skill assessment is, and why skill assessment is necessary for professional year.
Okay, so skill assessment, just to clarify there, with skill assessment is only a requirement for accounting students. So for all the IT students out there, a skill assessment is not required. So in terms of a skill assessment for accounting, the accounting bodies have obviously put that in place. So that's one of the key requirements. So along with your transcript, completion letter, your visa, which we'll probably go into a bit later on. Skill assessment for accounting students is a requirement. We also need the actual outcomes, the skill assessment outcome, prior to the student starting. So with the skill assessment outcome, that can be applied. Well, obviously you're going to assist the students, but that can be applied through either the CPA, CA, or IPA. If you are sort of cutting it fine with enrolling for an intake, we have guaranteed monthly intakes. We've got an intake coming up in 3 weeks' time. So, for instance, if you were to apply, say 2 weeks before the December intake, you might want to choose one of the fast track options, just so that the skill assessment outcome comes back to you in time for your students to start the program.
So that's nice. They have a frequently intake. So if you missed one, so after 3 weeks you can find another intake. And the skill assessment is basically done for only required for accounting purpose. So if you are going to enroll in professional year accounting, then you have to get your skill assessment done from IPA, CPA. Okay. So there are different, like if you are urgently required your skill assessment, then we have a fast track option, and we have a standard option which takes around 15 days. If you are going for fast track, then it will take like 4 or 5 business days. So these all options, we are also providing free skill assessment services. You have to only pay the application fees, that's all, and we will help you throughout the process. Now we are asking David about that what performance education, why performance education is very like famous in Melbourne, and especially like the students are deciding to go for performance education. What specialty you have?
Yep.
And what you are providing to your students?
So we're probably seen as one of the largest professional year providers in the market. We've built a bit of a trust throughout all of our students, obviously our current and previous students. So we've got a trusted reputation as well with the professional year market, and that stems from obviously I think we've probably 18,000 students now we've placed in internships throughout our programs since we've been involved in professional year. And then obviously as we mentioned before, we're extending and growing quite quickly in terms of our campuses. So we started off just in Sydney, then we've opened up Melbourne, then we opened up Adelaide, Perth, and now Brisbane. So we are extending, and our reputation is obviously being displayed throughout all the states around Australia. So in terms of why performance education, well, flexibility is a really key factor of our program. We mentioned before that we do offer classes from Monday right through to Sunday. So we can certainly find a day that's going to suit a student. There won't be a situation where a student says, well, I can't join performance education because there's just not a day suitable for me. So we can obviously work around students' scheduling and also their commitments. By having obviously the campuses throughout Australia, students can move interstate too. So you may find some of the students out there that are looking to move states. There's no delay in their program, so they can start in Melbourne, complete half of the program in Melbourne, and then move to one of our other cities, one of the other campuses. So there's no delay there too. In terms of our students that we do place, so I did mention before, we deal with over 5,000 host companies, so well and truly more than any other PY provider. We've got great relationships out there with our host companies, and we've got a team of my colleagues who are consistently growing those host companies, which obviously helps us then place the students. So because we're getting large volumes of students, we need to place those students, and we do place all of our students on time. So we place our students on time, which is a huge factor for all the students out there. And even we're getting fabulous job outcomes from our program too. So 43%, this is a key factor too. So 43% of our students who we place in internships are then offered employment with the host company that we've placed them with.
That's
so
nice.
It shows obviously that the students, the information that the students are picking up through the program, and the skills that they're developing through the program is obviously helping them when we do place them in a relevant internship. But at the same time, the host companies that we deal with are willing to take on our graduates and look to place them in a more sort of permanent experience with their company and grow with their company as well.
That's nice. So the main thing which we get to know is like they are providing a quality education to their students. And the other thing, which is they have a 5,000 host companies which they are going to help give the internships opportunity to the students. And also if the student is much more capable of getting job there, so they are also providing a job opportunities there. And as we get to know in this question, that there are 18,000 students they have done yet. So it's a very huge amount, and that 18,000 students are now working in different big companies, different multinational companies throughout Australia. So that's very good. You can also, we are suggesting you to go for performance education and go for professional year career, and it will help you. And the most importantly, professional year is also providing you 5 points for your migration. So that is also helpful for your migration if you are going to settle in Australia. So that will also help you in your migration process. So that's nice. Thank you for coming here and have a good time with you. And it's a very good motivated discussion, and I think
I wanted to agree that sets me up for a great career, but I'm a little nervous about doing it. Some extra help would be good, like being able to ask lecturers questions. I want to be treated as an individual, in smaller classes, where I won't get lost in a crowd. Thinking about a degree? At MIT, we offer the quality education you want with personal experience and the support you deserve. For more, visit mit.edu.au/team